Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast from your host Imperial Day and the one and only Master Propaganda of here to 2v2 on Torrente. In the north, actually let's start in the south, we got here Dr.Jekyll and Ausar the Vile fighting here for combined American-British force, the 82nd Airborne, supporting elements of the 6th British Armoured Division as they push into this highly dense German-held city, held in this case by men of the 16th Panzer Division. Here we got Smileyhat and we got Rutra forming up here with the 16th Panzer Division, 3rd and 5th Panzer Grenadier Companies. We got a double Pathfinder start here for Dr. Jekyll as he obviously then goes for Airborne. Sampers out here for Ausar, who actually goes to just one Samper start into the sections right away. Ken Kratz here from Smileyhat rapidly pushing into the train here. And on the east side here we got Rutra with an early MD42 into Grenadiers opening. Plus an MD42 there for Smileyhat. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued and generous support. The Propagandacaster allow me to keep making all these videos. So big hearty thanks to all those people. Also big thanks to the people who keeps commenting and liking on my videos. Perhaps not as grand, but it is something that is very helpful and keeps, the YouTube algorithm from getting my videos out to people. So big thanks to all those wonderful and charming people. East side here, Pathfinder squads moving forward here for the US, rapidly moving into the eastern holdings here. West side, slow approach here from Ausar. Of course, he waits for his troops to arrive. Second section out. Men at the ready here by the western victory point. German forces probing ahead, and we got the machine guns sort of side by side here through the center road. East side, Pathfinder's pulling forwards. Sniper there almost down here for Dr. Jekyll. Machine gun popping into the nearby building. Second fight with the Pioneers here. Sniper is ready for Dr. Jekyll. And there you go, first shots fighting from the infantry around the center. American forces out the church, they're getting hammered there. We got a 30 cal for Dr. Jekyll. Going for machine guns of his own here in response to the German ones. Ken Kratz zooming off there. Obviously has no intent of clashing with, well, the Americans or the British. East side here, Pathfinder spotted by Grenadiers. Squad shots fired here. Pathfinders falling back there, trying to avoid getting turned into German target practice. Sniping up the center here. Shots fired against the Grenadiers and the MD42 here. Pioneers falling up. 30 cal ready there. And about to get off a shot here from the sniper. There you go. First kill dropping poor Ludwig. Might see another kill soon enough. There we go, another kill there on the MD42 crew, down to just 2 men already. Grenadiers have the MP40, so that means Rutra at least has gone for breakthrough. Down another guy here, pushing in there, and let's pop over to Ausar. Triple sections, Dingo here, racing through the ruins. Grenadiers engaging the Pathfinder side here, Grenadiers coming from the other side as well here. And we got here British Armoured from Ausar, so that means a more armor heavy element here. Certainly could be the Churchill here or the Black Prince. Otherwise, some heavy armor for these dense streets. Does make a fair amount of sense here. Pushing up here though, Dingo there, taking a lot of jet fire from the German troops. MP40s, Car 9 TKs, they're making a minor impact. West side here though, we see that Ausar's falling back here in the face of pressure from Smiley. More machine guns to the center as we got Smileyhat moving in. It looks to be a total of 3 MD42s here from Smileyhat actually. Field casualties going up in the 3 of the German lines here. Sniper at it still here. We got 7 kills so far here for Jekyll's sniper here. Veterans who on already. A strong start here. We got what looks to be paratroopers being dropped in here. That's the only thing can really drop in at this stage. So it's got to be paratroopers. Oh, he actually dropped them in behind the German lines. Behind the M42s here. Bold insurgent here by Dr. Jekyll going in aggressively as the Germans. East side here, Ken Kratz surveying the battlefield. Pathfinders there quickly found himself on a path directly to hell as the MD42 gives them all it's got. By the center here, Smileyhat is collapsing as the Pathfinders move near, closing the trap mortars for Ausar running with the artillery support here. West side, Smileyhat there forced to withdraw. We got mines down here, though they should mean the 42. And the Ken Kratz just continues to watch from a distance in complete horrifying silence. Sniper King forwards here so far. Allies have definitely had some good early openings here. We got a recce package out there for Ausar's men. In fact, there's only one section yet to be upgraded, and they will not be surprised if he ends up upgrading that with the recce package as well there. MD42 from a rooftop blasting at the paratroopers here, but not before becoming a choice target here for the US sniper. And another one. think that machine gun team will have to withdraw here. Back at base here for Smileyhat. Let's pop over here to the German perspective for Rutra first. But yeah, breakthrough there confirmed. We got the Panzer Gun Company. We got Panzer Grenadiers being rushed out here for Smileyhat. 2 MP40 Grenadiers, MP40 here though for Rutra. And we got the Panzer Grenadier Company for him as well. So probably some Panzer Grenadier here to further try and push through these dense ruined streets. Sniper still at it. 15 kills. Sniper clearly has an impact here, I think, in the more dense urban terrain of Torrente, where it can be more difficult to like just launch a good push on the sniper or even launch a deep flank here to catch him off guard here. Mortar added here for Ausar, bombarding German positions as Smileyhat here moves straight down the center here, backed up MP40 gunners, then for 2 we do get a Panzer Grenadier squad here for Rutra. Recce section, they're getting pummeled. West side here, section falling back. Sniper fire still at it. I'd say this sniper is pretty close to himself, if he hasn't already. Panzer Grenadiers diving straight down, but now we got half check there with a court mount all the way there for Dr.Jekyll. Also, of course, known as more problems here for the Germans. And of course, provides further coverage for the sniper, making it even harder here in the early game for the Germans. You say they just dive after the sniper finish off here. We do get a boundary and the Pathfinders. Oh! Dr. Jekyll walks straight into it. I could see a Pathfinder squad. Yeah, we go. Wiped out. But the Panzer Grenadiers will have to withdraw here in the face of so much firepower. The sniper and the M16, they of course proved to be a hell of a headache. Pack 40 here for Rutra. East points there being grabbed. There's some progress on the east side here. West side seeing a slight crumbling there of the German lines. Dingoes raising in. M16 further trying to keep a healthy distance between it and a potential Panzerfaust. Machine and Gewehr being hauled into the church here. We got the Panzers moving forward here. Mines laying about there, not remotely finished. And the Grenadiers, they're probably there. Go White Fossils around there, turn the Dingo into quite the fireworks display. North here, Sappers routed by the MU-42 there as fighting continues on the west side. Mine goes off, and the Sappers are utterly annihilated. Good kill here for the Germans. Good kill. And over to Smileyhat here, who has also gone for breakthrough, but isn't bothering with the MP40 Grenadiers. Clearly, actually a bit of a surprising move there. But likely indicating he's going to be going straight for the Tiger tank. Still, I would have to describe that as a certainly unusual breakthrough strategy he's going for here. Humbers out though here for Ausar. Straight to the MP42, no White Fossils around here to increase the damage inflicted on it by increasing the penetration. It doesn't actually increase the damage per shot. Humber diving in there, ripping through the retreating MD-42 here with its autocannon and coaxial machine gun. Well, of course, requires some anti-tank assets here for Smileyhat. He has gone, in fact, for the support elements, meaning he's going to go for a Sturmgeschütz 3 als Flanke for a bit of armor here to dominate the ruined landscape of Torrente. West side here, 3rd Panzer Company making progress versus the 6th Armored Division. Also forced to commit more men here and vehicles to try and halt the German advance, but it is going fairly poorly. East side here, though, 82nd Airborne making more steady progress. We've got more pairs being dropped in here for Dr. Jekyll. Of course, the sniper continues to do very solid work here. Sturmgeschütz for gear there on the way for Smiley, very much as anticipated. Note the US Army did not actually train snipers. They only had marksmen, so that's one of those noteworthy elements. Comes over to the Recce section here. More Recce section moving up. And I think that was out of all the major powers in World War II, the only ones really not trained snipers. So, Recce section popping into the building. MD-42 need to withdraw soon. Panzer guns advancing. Grenades off here. We can see wiping on Ausar. Heavy losses here for the 6th Armored Division Sappers. Now sections being utterly just smeared across the tile stones here. Whatever the stones here of the place here. And we couldn't even see the mortar go down here. That'd be a huge win here for the Germans as well. Can Smiley get that mortar wipe? Oh no, looks like not. Humber flanking in here instead. Close call though, very close call here. He almost had it. We got more fuel caches out for the Germans. I do think also that fuel cache was a bit awfully early. Definitely, I think further highlights. They're definitely planning something big here in the longer run. But there you go, Sturmgeschütz there moving straight down the streets here. East side here, packs machine guns, Grenadiers. We got the M16 here ripping through the Panzers. The east side, there is 4 50 cals there mounted on it. know, of course, it was fairly common to dismount several machine guns or autocannons in a quad mount there and use that as anti-aircraft setup for a light vehicle. Fun fact. Grenades here pushing back the paratroopers there, definitely not having any of that. Sturmgeschütz holding back here, yet to spot any targets. West side here, sappers pushing back the Pioneers, and more troops are pouring in for our side to respond to all this. Back to Jekyll. Paratroopers can also drop in with anti-tank guns. That is exactly what Dr. Jekyll does. Back here at the base, we do get a Panzer Company, so Rutra clearly has got bigger plans, probably a Panzer IV. The Sturmpanzer IV, I think, in Torrente would also be a pretty solid choice. But also actually worth noting, he's actually gone for the air support center. He hasn't just gone for airborne, he's also gone for the air support center. Really leaning heavily on the whole airborne theme. And there you go, M16 knocked out here, Pack 40 lighting it up there like an overly festive cigar from Mexico. Sturmgeschütz falling back here, Mortar raining down death there. Direct hits there, Machining Gewehr holding up. East of the Grenadiers, Pioneers moving forwards. Novelty's the guy, anyways. Sabs moving up there. Recce section falling back east of the Grenadiers, the paratroopers here taking a lot of damage in a grenade assault to flush out the paratroopers. Meanwhile, push here from Smileyhat with the Stuke spearheading backed up here. And there you go, point blank blast. Almost taking out the entire section with a single shot, so only highlighting, you know, why they are nerfing that. As again, sometimes with a single shot you can basically wipe an entire squad, which is a bit much for how much it costs, which is 35 munitions, and you get like 3 shots of that. So, again, I don't blame them for nerfing. Also, one thing I actually forgot to mention in the last video, and I may not mention that in my post, but basically units also now will reverse slower once the July update is out there. So that makes it a bit hard to like just dive in, pop smoke, and, you know, get out of there for some units. Does require a bit more planning in some cases as well there. But anyways, very fun here. Quick merge for the Panzer Grenadiers. Thumbs up here to Rutra. Steelhandgranate. We got pineapple grenades off the turn here. Nasty loss, of course. He can quickly merge up again. Really providing the Panzer Grenadiers, of course, with some nice, cheap replacements to the front line, but also make it easy to maintain, like, you know, the more better units towards frontline action. Over here to Ausar, who's definitely borne the brunt of losses so far. He's got an extra infantry left. Though he has gone for the eastern side of the battle, or right side here, the field and support logistics here, to go for, I think you need attachments here, to make his sappers both cheaper to build and reinforce. Definitely not a bad idea. German force, the 16th Panzerschwadron, they have successfully pushed the Allies almost back across the, well, dried out riverbed here. Definitely some bad successes of the German army, and we do get a Panther force as well here for Rutra. Sturmgeschütz there, though, being forced to fall back here, lacking support here. It would obviously be suicidal here for Smileyhat to keep the Sturmgeschütz out in the open. Unfortunately, this Pathfinder's occupying the house here. And we got the Humber now ace level here, going out the Machine Crew plus more support here. Panther 4 dumping in. Smileyhat moving to assist Rutra's Panzerkampfwagen 4. Very good here. Humber is almost kaput here. We got a 6-pounder gun covering the flank here, and that could save the Humber from total annihilation. As we also get the remaining section chap there popping an anti-tank grenade here. We got more section members on the way as well here. So a lot of action here. East side here we got this ingenious minesweepers, Pathfinders from Sun. We got the sniper there with 26 kills. He's definitely doing his part for freedom and democracy. Meanwhile there we got tank depot up already here for Dr. Jekyll with the Sherman on the way. And we got the company command post up for Ausar. So I would not be surprised to see some tanks out from him as well soon. In fact, a Crusader tank would be very likely. German army being repaired here alongside the main road of Torrente. Got Maschinengewehre and Panzer Grenadiers moving forwards here. No additional sign of further armor here. Of course, it is not impossible. The Germans be just trying to go for one tank each and then transfer up for Tiger tanks, since they have both gone for breakthrough. Though, of course, that is not without its risks. In particular, against opponents are just going to, like, you know, push the field with more tanks. Particularly if the Allies had to make a good read on the Germans, they could, like, for example, in the case of Dr. Jekyll, just go for a lot of tank destroyers, in which case the Tiger tanks are going to have a really tough time of it. Bomb grenade on the Vickers, though. Very nice throw here. Almost wiping out the British machine gun crew here. Sturmgeschütz pushing forwards. Let's see a point blank blast here. Yup. Thumbs up to that. As always, if you see the Stuke Veterans 1 coming charging at you, consider moving away from it unless you got some way of punishing the Stookie, because otherwise you could very well risk losing a unit very rapidly. Almost got the 6-pounder gun crew here. Got it. Great kill here. Almost cost him the Stoke, though. Emo Panther busy with the paratroopers here. Could get a wipe here on Dr. Jekyll's men of the 82nd Airborne over to Rutra, who's not calling in more Panther forces. They're Sturmpanzer, despite, I would say, having the resources for it. And there you go, Crusader that moves in, finishing off the Stookie here. Great kill there for Ausar. Helps make up some of those losses he suffered against the German forces here. East side here, 5th Panzergrenadier Company pushed back. As the Sherman moves in to assist here, the men of the 82nd Airborne were now forced to fall behind the church of Altavino. Email here, grenades being chucked at the Crusader tank here in a desperate attempt to keep it away here. No other anti-tank assets by the way are available for Smileyhat, and we got a machine gun bunker covering up the northern victory point in an interesting maneuver there. As for Rutra, it would appear we are in fact, yeah, we're getting a Sturmpanzer though. Again, at this stage, with more tanks arriving, it might make more sense to go for another Pantherfall first, but I definitely think either way they're going for something besides just stalling out for the target tank here is the wise move. And sorry about that. Been a bit of a wet week for me. Got caught out in the rain several times and even had some thunder mess with my sleep, so finding a bit bad with cold here at times, unfortunately. Another Stug out here. I do think you should go for at least one more Stug. Again, I think just trying to hold out in one tank until you get out the Tiger tank is going to be ill-advised. But there you go, Sturmpanzer here in its natural environment. That is the urban environment. It is very much designed to, like, blow apart, buildings and such, bunkers. Our troops to more rapidly advance there for any obstacles. And of course, they've then developed the Sturm Tiger, which is meant to like just level entire blocks rather than buildings. But that one was significantly less popular. As it turns out, it was also fairly inaccurate, and German commanders didn't like it because they couldn't actually guarantee their own men wouldn't be caught in the blast. Got foot guards out here, therefore. Ausar, that of course is a very nice addition there. Also certainly great for this environment. Bazookas Thompson, certainly very handy in this kind of terrain. And over to Smileyhat here. Sturmpanzer there. Going for the delayed fuse barrage. Almost taking out the entire machine gun here. Could see a wipe here. And down it goes. Great kill here for Rutra. And looks like it's going to wreck the machine gun entirely. Beautiful stuff here. In the center here, we got the Panther against paratroops on the west side here. Crusader diving after the Stuke here. Already heavily damaged. Got caught a bit of a bad spot there. Penetrating hit. Well off. Mines set off there as well. Unfortunately, of course, they have confirmed they will fix mines being set off by, well, anything. So thumbs up to that. But it does, I think, hard here with Smiley. He needs multiple Stugs. Anyways, in the center of the punch moving forward, we got Ausar there ready with the Vickers to halt any German maneuvers here. East side, 6-pounder gun. Definitely a bit of a risky spot. We got a Nebel to join in the front here, though. Considering like what Ausar has, I don't think there's much need for Nebel here. I think, again, more Stugs would done him better good. In particular, since it's not like he's short on fuel anyways. Like, I feel like it could easily gone for like a bunch of Stugs and he's had resources spare for a Tiger tank once it hits, in particular with 2 fuel caches. So I feel like him not wanting to go for more Stugs here is a bit of an odd choice. Oh, he also managed to have a mortar there away from the British. That's definitely a nice haul there. More Crusaders for Ausar, who clearly is not just going to, like, try and go for one tank and then hold out for his big tank, which will, of course, be the Black Prince or the regular Churchill Mark IV. Nebel for definitely making things a bit tough here for Ausar by the western square here of the victory point. And for the diving in quite aggressively. In fact, it looks like a blitzkrieg here from him. Coming to catch the British forces here, but lacking in line of sight. He didn't actually have the easy chance to spot them where they aren't actually diving successfully. East side here, Sturmpanzer still awaiting some repairs. Do we get any Stahlstrom here? It would appear the answer to that so far at least is 9, and we got here a Pack 40 for Smileyhat. Show them there being fixed up, 30 cal there, covering up things we've got going moving forwards. May want to try a deeper flank around here, honestly. Or get lucky with the opponent repositioning the machine again. We got another Sturmgeschütz here. For Smileyhat, looks like Dr. Jekyll will be going for Hellcats here. Probably at this point he's starting to surmise, you know what, my opponents might be stalling out for the big tanks, at which point having a lot of Hellcats is going to be really, really handy. So here to Dr. Jekyll, of course, also got the rocket strike on top of the strafing run and the dive bomb. Crusaders racing against the Panther 4 here, heavily damaged. We've got the Pack 40 ready to support. There we go, great shots there. Crusader suddenly suffering immense amounts of damage. Hold down here alongside the rapid fire here could save it. The Panther 4 doesn't pop hold down here though. Almost got the Crusader, but the Crusader knocks out the Panther 4. Pack 4 they should be able to avenge it, but still Crusader for a Panther 4. That very much is a good trade there for Ausar. Grenades being chucked here, men are being blown to bits here and shot to ribbons in the dense urban environment here. We got triple panzer guns out here for Smileyhat. That is a good amount of Panzer Grenadier. In the center here we got the Sherman, the 6-pounder gun, the paratroops, and he's just pouring through here with a dive on that Pack 40 Sturmpanzer nearby, but won't do much good against the tank itself, but should be able to blast the infantry at least. There we go. Pack 40 in trouble. Stooks needs support here, but at the same time needs cover for its own flank here. We do have a... Wait, where's the Pack 40? Oh, it's... Maybe that was it. All the way that's getting saturated here, though, by Dr. Jekyll. Thumbs up. Smart move here. Definitely looking a bit more rubbish here for the German army now. The Allies, I think, are more than happy to exploit the fact, again, the Germans are looking to stall out for the big tanks, and that is, I would say, definitely the correct attitude to take. If you're realizing your opponent's trying to stall out for the big stuff, hit them with a lot more stuff faster, so that holding out for the big tanks becomes significantly much more painful and much more difficult to achieve in the first place. So, I'd say the Allies here are making a very good read in the situation so far here. Hellcat moving forward here. We got neither of a barrage off here, though, from Mr. Smileyhat. Heading the 30 cal, they can catch the foot guards here. 30 cal, in fact, on Vickers, they actually burnt up entirely. Not even seeing the entire section from us, they're burned into cinders. Foot guards that are being ripped apart, we do get a rifle down the MG42 plus the Crusader turning into it here. Heavy fighting here for the Western Plaza. Near side here, the victory point by the church remains a hotly contested killing zone here, with heavy losses on both sides. Over to Ausar, who has really suffered like immense losses. He's down to like, you know, a few sappers, the foot guards, a single Crusader, and that's it. Like, I think if the Germans were to like realize this, it could like really hit Ausar and then swing on Dr. Jekyll as well. But there we go, we do get a Tiger tank out here from Rutra. But at the same time, imagine if like, you just hadn't stalled out for the Tiger and just pushed for more armor now. I mean, this could have put both Ausar and Jekyll into more of a worse situation. Similarly, again, like, imagine if instead of stalling for the Tiger here, Smileyhat was like, you know, just to push for more Stoogs and just push for Panther 4s. I think it would make it much more difficult for Ausar to hold up. But again, because he's so obsessed, I think also pushing for the Tiger tank, it does give Ausar here more breathing room, as he's not quite getting, like, you know, squished beneath a ton of German bricks. Sturmpanzer doing more work, and we've got the sniper still alive with 41 kills. Good God. Hunter is fighting in the western side of the Airborne ruins. We've got foot guards near a building. Could breach here the building, clear out the Tommies. Just pops a bomb grenade in there, I guess. Feel like you should have breached the H. You could just pop out and then anywhere, so you're going to be breached. It would have definitely pushed his opponent out of the building permanently and secured it. So I feel like that's a slight overlooked element here. Meanwhile, east side, Tiger tank moving forward. Sturmpanzer backing up here. We also got the Black Prince now out here for Ausar. Also a bit risky for him to stall out, but to some degree, again, it's rewarded by his opponent, then, you know, stalling out themselves for Tiger tanks. So we got another Hellcat on the way here for Dr. Jekyll. There's a lot of bunched up. I don't know why we'd use delayed fuse against like a lot of infantry bunched up like that. It gives them more time to get away there. Tiger tank there, firing at the shots, well, entertaining there through the ruins of the church. East side of your Black Prince moving forward. Stook, Pack 40, the only thing to really stop it. Foot guards moving up as well here. Stook need to be careful. Foot guards having the hit by the ME42 punch moving gold. Got the Crusader moving in here, and the Stook is getting absolutely destroyed here. Black Prince is soaking up the hits from the single Pack 40 here. And we got a bomb grenade in the supporting sappers. Caught on enemy before too far here. Heavy losses for Ausar again, but crucially, his opponent now only has a single anti-tank gun to stop his Black Prince and Crusaders. That is not good. In the east side here, the Tiger tank is being moved from the east towards the west to assist the beleaguered teammate, instead of, say, for example, pushing harder against Dr. Jekyll here in the east. So to Rutra. Let's bring another Panzer Cannoner. He's lost his Pentagon in the squad. He has to replace his infantry losses with the Starstorm. Tiger tank gets a great shot, and now we've got 2 Hellcats here. Engaging the Tiger, shot through the side armor there. They're diving in here. Dr. Jekyll sees a chance here to deliver a crippling blow here to Rutra, and he seizes upon it here. It's now or never. It's do or die. He's going for flanking speed up. Beautiful. And suddenly again, we see an issue here for the German force composition, which is there's nothing to really assist the Tiger tank against, you know, all these Hellcats diving in. We got the Crusader joining in, and with that, the Tiger tank is toast. Now suddenly, both the Germans, all they got left in armor is 1 Sturmpanzer. Meanwhile, the Allies have, like, you know, Sherman, Crusader, 2 Hellcats, and a Black Prince. Certainly the German situation, despite in some regards, you know, being pretty good. I mean, they did really bleed Ausar heavily, is in a lot of other ways, you know, in a much more precarious position. Now we do get a Tiger tank out here for Smileyhat. So that's another Tiger tank out here. Right after the first one got blown to bits.
Luftwaffe-designated smoke bombs are available at the moment.
Smoke bombs, we've got incendiary bombing runs. Do something back here. Sturmpanzer close to Veteran 4. And we got the Tiger tank here ready for Smileyhat. Ready to provide some fierce firepower there with its 88mm gun. Steady push up through the Western Plaza here by Smileyhat here with his Panzer Grenadier. We got a strafing run here with the looks of it. Yes, and he catching in forward to team in a pretty bad spot. He almost wiping out the entire crew. And then go a few plucky paratroopers, finish off the bastards. East side here, another push forwards. And the sniper's still at it with 51 kills. That's got to be the longest living sniper yet to see in Company 3. In the center there, men being mauled. West side here, Black Prince on the move again here. Tiger tank now moving up on his own here. Hey, there's the infantry going. The enemy is Saturday. You know that, right? I think they know. That's where they're running. Yeah, again, we sort of see it single tightening forwards, and again, crucially, no real support forwards. Sturmpanzer base in the east here, ripping through the paratroopers there, slaughtering them with 150mm shells there. Got an incendiary bombing run doing absolutely sod all, and we got the Nebeleffer mildly hitting there the Black Prince, which is not too bad. Over here to Smileyhat and his Tiger tank. He's bringing another Panzer Cannoner. We got another Hellcat here for Dr. Jekyll. Makes a lot of sense, honestly. Pack shortly bounce off the Black Prince. Tiger tank does not. Pack bounces again. Very lucky here and good for Ausar. Almost got one of the Crusader tanks here. That's going to be a great kill here for Smiley, having to get rid of that. Sturmpanzer being westwards here to assist. Which does mean the eastern side here is kind of open to Dr. Jekyll. Falling back here with armor and infantry. Foot guards on the move again. Tiger tank could of course do with some light repairs. Open setting out there. Sturmpanzer withdrawing again. And I think he's just trying to adapt for another Tiger tank, which is, you know, not without its risks. More to the fire there, raining down. MC team has captured the territory. 40 there, close to Veteran 2. Punch got moving forwards. I think he's trying to remove the wreckage there. Can't move through it. Bit of quality between the two sides as they're both, I think, building up momentum against the Germans. If they're constantly like setting up the Tiger tanks, there's definitely a lot of time when they're not doing too much. And there you go. That's the third Tiger tank out here for the German army. Sturmpanzer, though, about to get swarmed here by triple Hellcats, really highlighting the risk of like just trying to go for all these big tanks, because this is the sort of stuff here the Hellcats live for. Now again, racing in the flanking speed, Tiger needs to get distance in their Pack 14 turn around here. Lack of mines is definitely not helping the Germans either, as they what need to is like stop the speed of these things. Tiger tank Just can't keep up with the sheer speed and mobility. Good to have the pack taking off some shots. We've got strafing runs, one pack here, catch machine crew there. Tiger tank desperately trying to escape here. Second Tiger tank is too slow to arrive here. Packs firing at it, but there you go. At the loss of one Hellcat, they took out a Tiger tank. Pack 40 pod in the machine crew. This is going really horrifically for the Germans at the moment. Over to Dr. Jekyll. Other Tiger tank around here. Hellcats just escaped. Good shot left from the Tiger tank for the rear arm of one of them. Mine goes off. He descended engine one there. If they can catch up and destroy it, that would be very helpful for the Germans. We've got Foot Guards here to block. We've got the Crusader as well here. Ausar doing what he can to support his teammates. Retreating tank destroyers there. Thumbs up. And it works as Rutra is clearly not keen on pushing in. We got the Black Prince moving in here. So, really good coordination between Dr. Jekyll and Ausar the Vile here. Whereas again, with the Germans, there is that sense of lack of coordination when they're both at the same time are constantly stalling for Tiger tanks. Like, I feel like for this to work, one of them should like push from one yard, and then the other stalls for the Tiger tank. Then when he's got the Tiger tank out, the other guy can then actually go for the Tiger tank, and then the other chap again starts to push more armor. I think had he done that, they would have been, you know, I think in a better position at the moment. He can still probably turn this around, but it's going to get a lot tougher. A lot tougher. And again, in a sense, that's kind of, I think, what Ausar and, you know, Dr. Jekyll did. Like, you know, Jekyll provided more direct armor support there, and then, like, you know, even Ausar, like, went for some tanks before just stalling straight for his big call-in tank. Meanwhile, timing up in the center here, we got another M18 Hellcat all the way here for Dr. Jekyll. I mean, you know, if they keep insisting on stalling for the really big, expensive tanks, you know, why not constantly keep going for Hellcats?
A fuel point is being lost.
So that is the third Tiger tank with 2 Tiger tanks down so far. Not exactly great casualty rates here for the Germans, in particular again how little the Tiger tanks in most cases end up achieving because they just dive in there with the Hellcats. And we got the Hellcats moving again here. I feel like lessons are not being learned here by either Rutra or Smileyhat against all these Hellcats. I could be wrong here. He's getting a bit more careful. Got sending barrage here, which just... I'm not entirely sure what that was supposed to achieve, honestly. Grenade in the parachute pushing back. Got a fresh push here, but with the Black Prince and Crusaders and no real support here, it's difficult for Smileyhat's Panzers to push through here the ruins. It is very difficult. Hellcats moving again here. Tiger tank further damage. Should have been pulled back soon, honestly. Hellcats, I mean, do have some mines here, which is good. Using, I think, popping Blitzkrieg here to increase the speed, but also the rate of fire, which helps the Tiger tank get back faster, which is good. Got a Sherman, that's an improvement. Might even get another Hellcat here. Yeah, the lack of mines here, I think, in the dense urban environment in there is definitely allowing the Hellcats to freeze. Maybe just some Jaegers with Panther Flex, honestly. I think they could all be quite handy to help deal with these kind of dives here. This Tiger tank is definitely going down a lot harder, but in the end, it does go down here. Over to Ausar, took down a Sherman and a Hellcat. I think 2 Hellcats. Even just 1 Hellcat alive here. That's a significant improvement. But it still highlights a bit of an issue here for the Germans and their current strategy. Pack here firing at the Black Prince now. Veteran C2 here. Situation here for the 16th Panzer Division is getting a lot more messy here as the Allies keep pouring forwards. 8 Crusaders, Veteran 2 Black Princes, Pack 40 doing with the camp. The crew is being absolutely evaporated here by the Black Prince. Now the Pack 40 firing in from here. More moving in here, troops heading out. And there just does not appear to be like any sign of anything else there. I mean, at this point, it might be worth like considering Martyrs. That could like even be an idea here. That could be like a more cost-efficient way of also trying to take out these Hellcats on more mobile bases.
Bishop SPGs will be made available shortly.
And Bishops now for Ausar. Oh my. He's actually going for Bishops. We don't see those a lot. At least I don't.
Report in. The Huns are on 200 points.
Huns with advancing cash in the recce section out in the open. Centerwards, we got a lot of allied forces moving out. And again, we got the sniper here with 61 kills.
Enemies pushing the line.
An absolute monster here. Good kill on those Panzergrenadiere. There you go, Bishops are able to build. Building their artillery collapses one final bundle grenade, causing the entire structure to collapse. like a Ponzi scheme that's been exposed. Pack 40 firing at the Crusader tank here, and the Santa's now buying a bit of distance here. Yeah, the Allied forces just been able to build up armor quite consistently, while the Germans are struggling. We do finally get a Panther IV here, though, of course, he will need multiple Panzer IVs here. I do think, pulling up for a bit more medium armor before going for more Tiger tanks is going to be a much more successful strategy for the German army in the long run. But over to Rutra here. Germans away there for Smiley. Not Smiley, but Dr. Jekyll. So we got Petra, we got another strafing run. He's really good with these strafing runs, honestly. Thumbs up to that. And wipes the MD-42 there. Brutal hit here. West side here continued. Brutal urban fighting here. As packs are being pushed through the dense, ruined landscape here. Going for that Crusader tank. Several hits there. Slapping through the armor. East side here. Panther up to support here. Rutra's eastern push for that victory point. We've got 175 to 370. Sniper scores a great killer. The Paratroopers are being mauled in great numbers. Hellcat Ace Balboa is racing against that Panther 4 here. Pack 40 is coming up the flank a bit here. It's a bit of a chaotic mess here on the west side here. More and more British forces are being built up. And now we got the Bishop out there based off the Valentine tank chassis. As an additional fun fact, it actually had some issues, including its gun couldn't actually race up particularly high, so it didn't have that much effective range, and they would commit to several shows, say, improvised meshes to try and increase the range, like digging up massive earth ramps. Sand ramps, I guess. In the desert. Anyways, another Tiger tank out there. That is a fourth Tiger tank. There's an almost entire platoon's worth of Tiger tanks there. From the Germans. Black Prince moving through here. Packs being destroyed here. Artillery fires are there from the Bishop. Absolutely ruining things here. Supporting here. Ausar's advanced quite well. Grenades, we've got the Panzer counter-attacking though, but not before I think that pack crew is dead. Tiger tank moving forwards here. Panzer guns there being absolutely slaughtered. They try to crew their guns here. We got the Panther to assist here from Rutra, and we got the Crusaders moving up now to assist. East side here though. We can see there, of course, as soon as Dr. Jekyll realizes what's going on his teammate's side, he shifts over his tank source to assist, leaving the German right flank now wide open. We do have one Pack 40 sort of covering it here. And over to Smileyhat here. Who's got so much fuel, honestly. And again, because he just insists on constantly going for the big Tiger tank, he doesn't even use it remotely efficient. Instead of just, I don't know, going for a lot of Stubes or Tigers. Or Tigers, Panther 4s. Or even continuing side teching for Marders maybe. Maybe the Marders are cheap, but they could also prove to be a helpful tool maybe to some degree. Tiger tank is the Black Prince. Pretty brutal stuff. As for Rutra, is he going to go for more Panther 4s? Or is he just going to try and start for another Tiger tank? That's the big question. Also, still no sign of Starstorm from him. And, oh boy, he did in fact go for another Tiger tank. That is a total, I think, now of 5 Tiger tanks? If I'm not entirely mistaken, or is that 6 Tiger tanks? Kinda lost count. There's just so many Tiger tanks on the Rectors, he's still at 4. Oh well. Safe to say, though, the Germans will definitely be missing a few Tiger tanks after this battle, even if they win. So, yeah, definitely lining up for something pretty big. We got a Bulldozer German out here for Dr. Jekyll, opening up with something a bit more explosive in return here against the German. Sniper there with 71 kills. An absolute terror here in these urban environments. And we got here another bunker there for Smileyhat. Tiger tank inching forwards. Perhaps there's a machine gun here. Machine guns counting the machine guns. Panther firing in. They've got it hull down there. Crusaders flanking in there. Pack, though, not covering the flank here. Machines being hammered here. West side there. Tiger tank is the foot guards here. Shots failing to penetrate the Titan Flom for the most part, but they've almost got the foot guards entirely. East side here. American armor getting ready for one hell of a charge here against the Germans there. Panther 4, hull down. Big guard, what looks to be a strafing run against the Pack 40. Could be a rocket run. No, it is a strafing run. March going off there. Hellcats bring up the top. Panther 4 there, hold down. Definitely does absorb the hits better. but can't respond due to lacking the range of the Hellcats. West side here, Black Prince pursuing the Tiger tanks. Almost got it. Pack Forward is almost taken up. We've got artillery fire here, though, from the British. Wiping out on the Pack Crusaders, splintering a nearby building like it's made out of glass. East side, they're Sherman forwards here. Center there, German forces are being pushed back. Well, east side is being pushed back by the Hellcats. Tiger tank doing what it can, but he can't exactly go into aggressively either. Hellcat escaping here. What was that bunker meant to be? It's a medic bunker here. Cash clearing bunker there for Smileyhat. Back to Dr. Jekyll here and the 82nd Airborne. Got 364 was 127. West side here, fighting continues at a brutal pace. More armor being lined up. We got multiple Crusaders now. We got the Black Prince, and of course, we still have that Bishop. He's there, Titan Force. We've got the Hellcats bring up. Pack Forward, they're backing up things here. Looks a bit more solid now for Rutra. At least this time, crucially, they didn't immediately lose their Tiger tanks. So, might still be hope here for the Germans. West side here, slow advance here against Ausar. Pack Forward is there, snapping away. Tiger tank, though, definitely needs to get into action here soon. Fixing that up. Needs to get those Panzer Grenadiers moving. East side here. Slow advance as well here from into the kill some of the eastern vector point here. Sherman's just firing everything can here at the advancing German troops as they move straight ahead across open no man's land. Sorry about that. Tiger tank inching forwards. Panda 4 sort of roughly good to go. Rutra realizing he can't afford to wait much longer. Got the Pathfinders being caught here, Grenadiers being forwards. Center there, we got machine gun there versus Shermans. The west side here, the Tiger taking forwards, and we got a dive bomb in the packs, utterly ruining them. Killing several Pentagons in the process as well here. Fighting in the east, Altar remains ever unrelenting. Germans continue to struggle to make much progress here, though. Sheer disparity in armor numbers here, I think, continues to be, like, you know, one of the main causes the Germans are not making too much progress. Pack's trying to hit the Hellcat there through the ruins of the church. Titan going towards the center. Is he calling in any Stugs there? He's finally going for more Stugs. Meanwhile, Ausar there is moving up his arm to support his teammates. This could become one hell of an armored assault here from the Allies against the Germans. The Germans will crucially not be having any like massive flak guns to try and hold that. Good hit from the Ace Black Prince there on the Tiger tank. Moving forward here. Confident got the Crusaders going for it as well here. Massive armor push here. Smileyhat desperately trying to get his Tiger tank to safety. Even got a marked target on it by the looks of it, and down it goes in a matter of moments. East side here, we got a similar push here now from Dr. Jekyll. Probably need to prioritize this site. There we go, didn't use the designated target ability here. Other Tiger tank in trouble. Got the Hellcat diving in deep here, but it doesn't matter. There you go, Panther 4 scored 1 kill. Tiger tank number 2 down. Mines going off here. It is absolutely a mess here. Tanks just crushing everything here. It's like a dam of steel broke. Another tank kill down. Panda 4 down. Stuk here in deep trouble. Black Prince scores another glorious kill here. Mines exploding. Packs firing as the entire front line just evaporates.
The enemy has 75 points left.
74 points left here for the Germans. 73. Got the Crusaders and the Black Prince falling back here. 69, 68, and there we go. GG, game over. A brutal fight here, with a lot of casualties on both sides, but in the end, the Allies did come ahead here, I think, overall due to better coordination and a more solid strategy, whereas again, the Germans just kind of pursued both at the same time as the Tiger stall strategy. Neither player really trying to, like, cover up the other one by, you know, providing more pressure while doing so, and I think that proved to be one of those crucial elements that allowed the Allies just to gain up more pressure first, and then once the Tiger tanks come out, they just easily run down, particularly with all those Hellcats. I think also another issue is just lack of mines, like any other way to deal with them, like, you know, say, Panzerschrecks. Perhaps even, like, theoretically Marners. I admit that they may have also struggled a lot here, but something else, like, just help stop all these models from just raising up behind them. It was just like, in that sense, the strategy, I think, was too narrow, and I think too assuming of the opponent just apparently never having heard of the Hellcat tank destroyer, which is, asking an awfully much of your opponent's skills in terms of, not being there. Also, at times, I feel like they could be more aggressive. They could also try to flank around. In that sense, like, attempt to sneak up behind the Allies here really a lot of the time. I think that definitely proved to be helpful there for the Allies as well there. And again, I feel like they also failed to, read Ausar in his weak position. I think, had he pushed him harder, I think they could also, put the Allies in a much more disadvantageous position. So I think there was some significant gaps there in German strategy, which the Allies, I think, were able to just pull through there. So I hope you enjoyed this match. You learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell a friend, tell a family, but not your enemies. This is Imperial Team. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.